Welcome to Dream Small, where we believe God does big things through the small and everyday faithfulness of His people. I'm Jason.
And I'm Whitney. We're a family of 8 who's fostered, adopted, and stumbled our way through learning that small, everyday choices can change lives.
In a world that tells you to chase big, we dare you to dream small.
Because you know what? It's not about chasing fame. It's about choosing faithfulness. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Dream Small podcast. I hope you're doing well on this beautiful day, wherever you are. And if it's not beautiful, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. So, Jason, I don't know. Do you have a fun story to start with today?
No, but do you have a New Year's resolution?
I mean, no. We talked a lot about... So I have cut out sugar. And I feel like I've done this multiple years. And I'm like, I'm going to go a whole year with no sugar. And I'm not saying that this year. But I am cutting out sugar except for like special events, exciting things. Like if you invite me to your wedding and I'm at your wedding, I'm going to eat your wedding cake, right? Or my kids' birthdays, I will eat their birthday cake. But beyond that, my body doesn't do well with sugar.
You'll eat birthday cake at my birthday?
Of course I will.
Well, that's nice.
Will it be ice cream cake?
No.
Ugh.
It's my birthday, not yours.
I know, it's dumb. It should be like...
My birthday's in February. Nobody wants ice cream cake in February.
Do.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'd eat it all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with the extra chocolate crumbles.
That's fair. Well, good. I'm glad you didn't set any resolutions.
I mean, we are talking about what? We're like just kind of fun things. We've done a no Amazon in January challenge before, and we're doing that again. And we are several days in. We talked about that, didn't we?
I don't think we hit the gavel, but hey, okay, whatever.
Okay. Well, I guess I lost already.
Yeah. So you already lost anyway.
Well, we can start it now. Let's see how far we can go.
Until you want to order something. No, what did we say? We were going to try to get more organized.
Which we've been. I mean, gosh, you guys, like,
we're 4 days
changing
in,
out
we're doing
clothes,
so far.
Changing out clothes for children that are forever growing. Oh my word! I spent hours today changing out little boy clothes, getting ready to donate 0 to 6 months,
and you're like a third of
packing
the way
up the next size so it's ready to go when 6 to 9 months is outgrown, and then Lainey's like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to do my room, which is great, right? Awesome. Oh, by the way, Mom, I only have 3 pants that fit me anymore.
Which was hilarious because
Cool.
she said that, right? She's growing like crazy. So we get it. But then we say, what kind of pants? And she looked at us like we asked her to solve for Narnia.
What do you mean, what kind of pants?
Yeah.
Like, Lainey, like jeans, like leggings? What do you
Sweatpants?
What do you have? What do you need? Pants. I outgrew my pants.
Bruh. Gosh.
Bruh.
Yeah, we took down interior Christmas decorations today.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend.
Our house doubled in size.
I feel like everyone's kind of probably in that phase now, like early New Year,
Refocus.
trying to get life back on track and do a little bit better than you might have done last year, right?
Yeah. We had a good last year.
We didn't have nearly as bad of a last year as we did the year before last year.
2024 was terrible. Well, not all terrible. We adopted Bray Bray.
There was one shining moment.
You got diagnosed
Literally.
with cancer. Dad died. We had to replace my truck. That engine blew up. No, we fixed the engine, and then we bought It was.
We're not talking about that.
No, 2025 was good,
We're
and
gonna talk about Bruno.
2026 is going to be an awesome year too.
Yes. So we asked Benny again.
Benny doesn't say anything about this.
No, but we got the idea because we asked Benny and he didn't have an idea. And then I came up with it.
You had the idea, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take credit for this one. But we came up with the idea to do a fun-ish, I guess.
It's supposed to be fun and
funny,
informative, yes.
Informative too. But there's so many random rules that you don't realize until you're fostering. Like some of them you might be like, what on earth? Because I feel that way, you guys. Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, it got to the point where we posted on our Facebook page, and friends of ours from Pennsylvania posted, and he said, we had a friend say they can't see
wet.
sunlight, they can't get wet, you can't feed them after midnight. initially like, okay, he's joking. He was talking about Gizmo from the Gremlins, right?
But Jason asked me, he was like, wait, is he joking or is he for real?
Because there are
like,
so many
he's
crazy
joking.
rules, right? Like there are so many rules that I had to, I balked on thinking it was a joke. It made me laugh.
And I'm the one that's gullible. Like, what on earth, Jason?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny.
So we're just going to go through these. We have them broken down in the kind of categories.
Yeah, no particular order. We're just going to go through them. And if you all are listening and you're foster parents, or if you are, acquainted with families that foster and you have some interesting ones that we don't share, we would love to hear that.
Please share them
because
with
it's
us.
just why, and everything varies so much by state.
Yeah.
And sometimes by county. And it is just wild, some of these rules. And a lot, obviously, in any institution, rules are created for a reason.
I mean,
mostly.
some rules are really stupid.
But it's just like, what? Like, what did someone do that required this to be a rule?
Yeah, the warning label on the ketchup bottle, right? When we started fostering, what was do you remember a moment when you were thinking, what?
Yeah, it was when we had to get a ladder for the second floor.
So we were terrible parents before we became foster parents, apparently, because we had to get a ladder for a second.
CO2 detectors, fire extinguishers for every level.
Carbon monoxide detectors. Yes.
Isn't that CO2?
Carbon monoxide.
Well, what is that?
CO2 is carbon dioxide, Carbon monoxide is one.
So it's CO1 detectors.
I think it's CO detectors is how
Okay,
one
rule 2.
may say it. Yeah, that was mine too, when we had to get fire extinguishers on every floor and the ladder.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we are really bad parents. Like,
terrible parents.
We never... This wasn't our first 2-story home either.
No.
And we never considered a second-story ladder.
Figure if it's on,
I just figured I'd jump.
If it's on fire, we're jumping. And if we have a kid, one of us will jump first and catch, and the other one... Right,
yeah, that'll go great.
I will catch. Just for the
Because you're
record.
so good at catching diapers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here we
Anyway.
go. We're gonna go through different
And we're
categories
off.
and we're just gonna share some of the surprise rules and silly things.
So let's talk about traveling. Can you just pick up and go to Disney with your family and your foster children on vacation?
No.
Why not?
You cannot take a foster kid out of state without. In Indiana, you have to have court approval, correct?
A judge has to sign the approval to go out of state.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if it's for
One overnight.
Yeah, if you're out of state at all, you have to get a court. If you say we wanted to go to Newport Aquarium in Cincinnati for the day, do we have to get approval for that?
As long as you don't stay overnight.
It has to
I
be
feel
an
like I've had
overnight.
this conversation before with a caseworker, and she was like, because we talked about staying overnight, like something similar, like in Ohio or in
Yeah.
Cincinnati. And she was like, well, can't you just go there and then come back into the state line and then get a hotel in Indiana? And I was like, what?
What? It was a Great Wolf Lodge when we went to Great Wolf?
You know what? It might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something wild.
And
yeah. Like,
you'll hear
really?
a constant theme throughout all these rules is
What?
they're kind of guidelines. Some people really follow them. Some people don't. Like, I think a lot of it has to do with the experience of the foster parents and the caseworker. Because I think
Sure.
a lot of times they're like, well, I've worked with you for 3 years. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What can go wrong? Which, yeah.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. So you'll hear that.
Yeah.
So looking through this, our experiences in Indiana, but we read something that said in some counties, you can't leave the county without letting the caseworker know.
And it might be a
Would you guess
case by
rural?
case basis as well.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that might be based on the foster child themselves or the situation that if it's a safety concern for whatever
Right.
reason, right? Like there could be other things going on there.
Right.
But yeah, but one of my friends from Pennsylvania also shared that in Pennsylvania, foster kids are not allowed to have sleepovers.
That's crazy. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But still.
I mean, we don't let our kids have sleepovers.
Well, they're also just now getting to the age that we
Yeah.
would allow them. But I
Yeah.
mean, growing up with sleepovers was kind of like the rite of passage, right?
Yeah.
I remember my first sleepover. I called mommy and daddy to come get me.
Oh, I used to get homesick all the time. I used to sleep over at my friend's Tiffany's, try to sleep over at Tiffany's house. I was probably Lainey's age, and I would,
Did you go back and have breakfast at Tiffany's?
haha, funny. No, I never made it through the night.
Oh, that's too bad.
Mommy would always come save me. I don't know why I was homesick either. I just had to go home.
That's, I think, a pretty normal
Yeah.
thing.
Lainey's not like that though. I mean, she only sleeps at like very, close friends' houses who are extension of our family. But she doesn't want to come home.
No, I mean, I get it.
Right? Yeah, me too.
All right, moving on. Any other travel rules? There's more, right? This is our experience, but there's more. But that's
I mean, traveling, like obviously they have to be in the right car seat and all that stuff, but that's kind of universal for every kid.
Yes,
so.
Thank you for that clarification. Yes,
You're welcome.
Kids that need car seats should be in car seats. Hey, quick pause before we keep going. If you've been enjoying Dream Small, would you mind following the podcast and leaving a rating or review? That small step really helps people find the show. And if an episode makes you think of someone, sharing it with them means more than you know. All right, let's get back to the show. Now we're talking medical and hair rules.
Did you know that there are rules? I'm talking to you, the listener. There are rules for hair. For real. Like I learned this. For real. Yeah, so in some states, you are not allowed to schedule any non-emergency medical, dental, or therapy appointments without the caseworker's approval.
Can you imagine having that much handcuffs on you?
No. I mean, that's just so many extra phone calls. Like, I just think of our kids who
you're doing a well
medically
check.
fragile.
You're doing a well check. You're checking out. Hey, okay, let's schedule you for, baby's 3 months.
Oh, let me get
Let
my
me call my
caseworker on the phone.
I can't imagine that.
It's wild. No, like what? Like unless the caseworker's the one taking them there.
Yeah, that would
No.
make sense, right? Yeah.
I mean, okay, so on the opposite end of that, I do inform caseworkers of all upcoming appointments because in a perfect world, the bio parents also go to the appointments so they're fully involved in their child's care. So I do pass on the schedule of appointments, but I do not, thank God, need to contact for caseworker approval prior.
I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah.
That would be awful.
What's even more wild is we learned this in one of our first foster care trainings before even coming licensed. You cannot cut the hair of a foster child without approval, without consent.
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess we've never had any like teen boys, but I'm looking at you like, or Benny, if your hair grew out, like,
it would have to be like,
can you just get an ongoing consent?
I wonder, like, hey,
every 6 weeks,
right.
You're allowed to give them a.
This is what we're going
cut.
to do. This is the haircut style we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Can we just get ongoing? I wonder. I bet they can do that.
I mean, the girls that we've fostered, for the most part, they've had ethnic hair. So they don't really need haircuts. They just need styles that are protective, right? Yeah. But I remember one little girl
our
did
6-year-old
one.
now, she's going to need a haircut. Mm-hmm. Her hair is getting very, very long.
Mm-hmm. I remember one girl that we had did want her hair to be relaxed. I was like,
I don't even know what that means.
She was like my first experience.
It looks pretty chill. I don't know what you want me to do. That's not what I mean.
Oh, Jason.
What else? So we can't. This is gonna. We're not allowed to pierce ears.
You'll have to tell the story about the reverse, though.
We are not allowed to get kids' ears pierced. However, a kid who is in our care during a visit apparently is fully A-okay to go ahead and get her ear pierced. Our youngest foster daughter,
was she like 8 months old when it happened? I think
no,
right
she
around
was
8 months. No, she
was it that
not.
long ago?
Yes.
My word. So she's,
because we were like, yeah, she's crawling, and then her dirty hands are gonna get in those newly pierced ears.
She was on a visit. They said her biological mother decided to pierce her
it with
ears.
such love.
And came home. We're like, you've got to be crapping me, because she was at that age where everything went in her mouth, and she was pulling and grabbing, and we're like, guys, she's gonna pull these earrings off and stick it in her mouth. And
we're the ones that have to keep it clean.
And we didn't even have notified. They didn't ask us.
No, she just showed up. Handed off to our nanny that it happened.
I
remember the nanny message, and she called me because she was like, hey, can I call you at work real quick? Because she didn't that's kind of a big deal, right? I remember she called me and she was like, so.
I don't think that's right. I think I accepted
I'm going to ask her.
I think I accepted that.
I don't think you did.
No, I think I did, because Miss Ashley, I think, handed her to me. Anyway, It's funny. Now she is the kiddo that we'll be adopting soon. And her earrings have fallen out now for 3, 4, 5 months. So I guess eventually we got around to solving that problem. So meds, if a kiddo is on meds, it has to be locked up and put away. And you have to document every medicine.
Even over the counter.
Tylenol, Gas X, Miralax. I don't know.
Obviously the bigger one.
Yeah,
too.
obviously like prescription meds. Yeah, you document, but you have to have them locked and document every time you administer them to a kid.
Super fun, isn't it?
It is exhausting.
It's exhausting, especially when you have kids with, I don't know, 5 meds in the morning and 6 meds at night.
Yes. Luckily, I know how to manipulate a Google sheet that made it a lot easier to document.
Yeah. And then there's paperwork at the end of the month that has to be handed in.
We're just like
talk
here.
about that.
If you guys want to fire us, go ahead.
Now we're just like complaining, whatever.
Here it
Okay.
is. Yep. So meds have to be documented, which I get it. I understand, for liability and make sure, especially kids that are in the system because of medical stuff, you want to make sure they're being well taken care of. I get it.
Yes.
Doesn't make it any less of a pain in the butt, but I get it.
There's a reason for that. But then the struggle, and I think with a lot of the rules of foster parents, which again, there's a reason for it, but it's like bio parents aren't expected to do this.
Right.
Right? Like, we would never do this for our own children.
Like we have all the responsibility, but none of the empowerment to be these kids' parents.
Yeah, which is just wild. I mean, even with like basic necessities, it's okay for a child with a bio parent to be sleeping on a mattress or in a pack and play. But if they're in a foster home, they need to be in a crib or a bed that is raised off the floor.
Like a bassinet, right?
I'm talking like a toddler
Oh,
bed
okay,
or even
got
like
it.
a normal bed. Because I remember when Leah used to climb out of her crib, she was too young. Remember how dangerous she was? She was too young to not be in a crib. But she would climb out of the crib. But I wasn't allowed to put like a netted canopy over the top
wild.
to keep her in. I ended up having to put the mattress on the floor of her crib.
No, we didn't put it on the floor. We dropped the bottom cage thing all the way down to the floor and put the mattress on top
the
of
cage.
it. So technically, the mattress is not on the
Yeah,
floor.
but I said to DCS told me we couldn't do that because the mattress couldn't be on the floor. But I was like, listen, you guys are literally giving me no choice. Like, I have to keep this kid safe. And if it means the mattress being on the floor with a crib around it, then that's what it is.
She's wild.
Yeah, like, you're not helping me here.
And if you've met our little Leah, you know she's completely fearless.
Yeah,
completely fearless.
Even as like a 12-month-old. Goodness.
That's why she's going to be good at gymnastics. She is fearless.
Yeah. So anyway.
Moving on to school and activities. You cannot change a kid's school, even if it be easier with your family. That must not be for Indiana.
It's a situation by situation
Yeah.
basis. Like, I think older kids, it's really important to maintain their
we've
school
only had
when
younger
possible.
kids.
Yeah. If you can maintain their school, obviously that's the most important thing. Like, they need stability, right? But yeah, it's something to keep in consideration when taking placement of older kids. If you can keep them at the school that they were at, if they even want to be there, maybe they don't want to be there anyway.
Yep.
But in certain instances, yes, DCS may push for that child to remain in that specific school if it's at all feasible to be done.
Once you get into rural areas, that's probably more challenging because you might
Sure.
be driving hours and hours to place a kid.
Right.
Signing up for sports camps and extracurriculars may require approval. That makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
If you have a teenage boy come to your house and wants to play football, but you're like, hey, man, you have a bruising disorder. You can't, right? And you don't know that.
Yeah.
You know,
or even overnight sleepover camps, right?
Mm-hmm. We meaning foster parents can't sign IEPs, which is individual education plan.
Good job.
Boom.
Which is interesting because I have signed IEPs
You have
and service plans. So again,
state by state.
yes. P.S. Going back, I just heard from Clara, going back to little one returning from a visit with her ears pierced. Clara said yes, because I remember the visit supervisor telling me that she drove mom to Claire's, and I was like, this is insane. I knew it.
I think that's fake news.
No. It's 2 against 1. We're right. You're wrong.
Of course.
Anyway,
yes.
moving on. Welcome. to my world. Jason doesn't like to admit when he's wrong.
I can't believe you're saying that.
But it's
I will much faster admit when I'm wrong. And field trips can sometimes require extra paperwork or caseworker consent, which makes sense depending upon where the field trip is. Like you said, special circumstances. Yeah. Maybe you're going to an environment that might be bothersome to that kid.
Yeah, triggering.
I hate that word.
But it's a word.
Yeah, I hate using that word.
Why? Go ahead. Tell me.
I just hate it.
Why?
I don't want to say on here. I'll tell you afterwards.
Interesting.
I think a lot of people abuse that word.
Like PTSD?
Like PTSD,
You've said that too.
Yeah, I think
But the thing is, it is triggering. Like I was talking to a friend whose son is literally triggered by going to playgrounds, hotels, and McDonald's because that's where he associates his biological family and experiences in life with, right? Like literally they cannot vacation in a hotel. And I don't know how else you would say that besides saying hotels are triggering.
Sure. No, I get it. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying there's a better word.
Okay.
I
was just curious what you would say instead. Well, like, what would you use instead of it then? I
don't know. Huh. I would wait and figure it
out.
The
T word.
Yeah. Bothersome, inflammatory, like
inflammatory.
Or it's just like the people use the word
bowels.
It's like people use the word bully for stuff. It's like you're not being bullied. They told you your outfit's ugly. Like it's not bullying, right?
Like
say
that, yeah. It's like please define bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, disciplining and parenting differences.
Speaking of bullying.
No corporal punishments. You're not allowed to spank a foster kid, which makes perfectly good sense.
Yeah, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Even if you want to, you cannot spank a foster kid.
No matter how you parent your biological children.
I think we should have spanked Lainey more when she was a baby.
No, she was perfect.
That's exactly why she acts the way she does now, is because that's what you say. Thank you very much.
It's just the awkward teenage years. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't you worry about us.
All right. You can't lock doors, can't remove bedroom doors, and you cannot restrict food as a form of discipline.
Which all of this makes perfect sense to me. I mean, all of this feels very like, yeah, of course.
Locking doors. I guess locking a kid in a room, but I mean, sometimes that's a safety thing, right?
That's different.
Right.
Like our 3-year-old son is a risk of elopement. Like that's different, but it's a safety hazard to just lock a child in a room.
Yeah. Can't remove bedroom doors.
Again, we might do that with our own kids someday, right? Like if they lose privileges.
If you had me to make a wager, I'm going to major we're going to remove bedroom doors at some point.
I've always wanted. I've seen that like on TV shows. I'm like, that would be awesome. Like that feels really.
Or like,
badass.
have you seen the one where they like take a chainsaw and saw it in half?
No.
That's kind of what
like how we have on our basement door.
Yeah.
Like the nursery room door.
Yeah.
Kind of, like the half door.
Or that's like fun. Diagonal across the door.
So you earn the other half back? Is that it?
No, it was like, I forget where I saw it. It might have just also been a funny show, right?
Yeah.
But like a girl had a boy in her room, or a boy was playing video games and wouldn't stop playing, stuff like that.
That's funny.
Some states prohibit timeouts in bedrooms and isolation-based discipline, which if you've listened to us talk about trauma...
It's actually not recommended.
Right.
So we actually do a lot of time in.
We have our timeout bench, but it's...
with us
4 feet away from where we typically are.
Yeah. And Jason's recently implemented with our own bio kids.
I almost took a picture tonight.
A time in with the kids sitting on the same couch cushion together. If they're
fighting. Yeah. Like, I thought you were going to talk about me making Lainey do wall sits.
Well, would that be considered corporal punishment? Like,
I don't know. She's ours.
She is ours. And she said that they were easy. She laughed.
I mean, we're helping her build
muscle.
They're
easy. They're fine. We're like, okay.
Yeah, she said they're easy and fun.
10 seconds in, can I be done?
She was doing it. Her form was terrible. Like, she was leaning way forward. I'm like, no. 90 degrees at your knee, back against the wall, arm straight out. Then she changed her tune. But anyway.
You should do them with her. You can't get to the gym. That'd be a great way.
How about you do them?
I would love to. Take another kid for me.
With our
way to incorporate exercise.
Oldest 2, actually multiple of them, when they're feuding, we have a couch and they can fit on a cushion. 2 kids can fit on the same cushion together. So I make them sit together for given amounts of time. Yesterday it was Lainey and Leah.
I walked down. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Oh, you guys are so cute, snuggling."
Did you really? I didn't catch that. Did they look at you like they wanted to stab you?
Because they had to be there, and I didn't know.
Well, Leah loved. I don't know if you noticed it. Leah was loving it. Like she enjoyed it. Lainey acted like we sent her to the 7th level of hell. I said, "Hey, you got to sit there for 10 minutes. Be nice. If you complain or whatever, the timer resets."
Yeah.
I probably reset it 4 or 5 times.
Goodness gracious.
It was wonderful. Consequences have to be documented, or we have not experienced that. Like usually,
I mean, communication has to happen, right? Like I try to openly communicate.
We communicate when there's
if
been
any kind of injury happens, you have to document it, right? Like,
why is discipline the same as an injury? Why did you group those together?
Documentation took me to injury.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Like when, our baby giraffe fell on the patio and like scraped up her face, right? You had to document that.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying discipline related injury.
It's usually when there's been a big like meltdown, like day to day discipline, like But not
like toddlers, no, if they fall, like because toddlers get hurt, right? They try to walk, they fall. Babies trying to walk, they get goose eggs, they bust their lip. Anything like that does need to be communicated.
That's a good rule. Yeah, we didn't share it to medical.
I think that makes sense.
Well, you just cover your butts. Like, this summer, our baby, he was a baby. Like, he was less than 2 months old. Lainey was playing. They were playing it out in the backyard.
Everyone was throwing balls.
He got wonked on the head with like the old school red kickballs that you probably. And we took him. He was fine. He's awesome. He's good. But yeah, we had to document it. We had to take him. Well, if it was one of our kids, we'd been like, all right, you're fine.
Yeah.
But we documented it. We took him in just to get checked. But he was good. He was still normal. And if anything, it made him happier and a better baby because he's awesome.
Now, I will say with the medical stuff, like if you take a foster child to the ER, you cannot sign those consents. They do have to call DCS, and DCS has to give that permission and those consents.
That makes sense, especially because, unless it's life-saving or emergency, right? Then they'll do what they need to, but...
I think they'll still call. And a foster child cannot be put under anesthesia without a judge signing an order.
Oh, yeah. It's good times.
And a foster child cannot be given any type of psychotropic medication.
Can you tell people what that med is? Because I didn't know what that meant.
Like
ADHD.
Mental health medication.
Like ADHD meds, whatever.
Yes. Anything like that.
Like Xanax.
Anxiety med. Yeah, anything like that. They cannot start any kind of medication like that without court approval because they are wards of the state. So you, as a foster parent, cannot get them started on stuff like that.
I mean, the easiest way to think of a foster home is essentially we are a licensed care facility.
Yeah.
That's how the state looks at us.
Yeah.
We're a very glamorized daycare.
Yeah.
I was going to make a joke with some current events, but I'm not going to.
Okay. I don't want to hear it.
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't. Is it about the kidnapping?
No. All right, moving on to photos, social media, and church. You cannot post pictures of your foster kiddos on social media. So when you're trying to pretend like your life is perfect and everything is great and you want to post photos of your family, you can't post pictures of your foster kids.
This definitely varies state by state. I have seen... Some people can post photos and they just cannot identify that there are foster children in the photo or who is a foster child. In Indiana, they have to be completely covered up. If their face has to be covered, there no identifying stuff can be viewable. However, I also know foster families in Indiana that say, you know what? Too bad. They're a human. They're a child. If they want to be in these pictures, I'm not covering them up because they're
my kids.
They're my kids, right? So it varies. And I think, but I've also heard of people revoking adoptions because of foster parents posting pictures. So, I mean, it swings so far, but yes.
Do you feel like that was the real reason or that was the reason they used, right?
I don't know.
I can't imagine they would pull if a kid is safe, healthy, loved, nurturing, thriving.
Yeah, I know.
All those things with the lack of foster parents. I can't imagine they would pull a kid unless I can't imagine them using that as a reason why when they don't like a family for a particular reason. But Yeah, you can't share their name and story and background and all that publicly. And secret tip here, you shouldn't do that anyway. Even if you were allowed, don't share their name and story publicly.
No.
You should be
even with your own kids, be careful what you share.
Yeah.
Like once it's out there, it's out there. Goodness. One interesting thing that you don't really think about till it happens though. Even after you adopt a child, if you're posting pictures, if your settings are not private,
oh yeah,
and other people can see them. I've talked to so many foster parents where they're like, well, this bio parent keeps sharing my photos of their kid. I'm like, well, you're sending them. Like, of course they are.
Why can't they share them? Anybody could share them. Why can't they?
Anyone could be, right?
Yeah.
But people get upset about it. It's like, well, then maybe you should be a little more private.
Yeah. And I'm sure most of you experience this with kids. At the beginning of the year, you get that giant packet of paperwork to come home, and you're just signing away. And
even like doctors' offices have those photo release sign things now, like for media purposes.
You sign, at least we have every year, a piece of paper that says our kid can be used on social media, promo material, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, for schools, churches, doctors' offices, all the things.
You can't, for your foster kid, you have to say cannot be used. You have to make sure that you choose that option, at least in Indiana. Anything else about schools, churches?
No, I was going to move on to babysitting.
Okay, let's do babysitting because that's one of our favorite.
What's up, babysitters?
You might be one of the most awkward human beings when it comes to conversation. Golly, go.
I don't even drink.
I know. Go.
So only approved babysitters can watch foster children, and that includes grandparents. We have had grandparents have to submit background checks. So if anyone is going to be responsible for children in foster care, they need to be approved ahead of time.
Does that include like if we go out for like an hour and a half lunch? That's not like basically I remember obviously overnights, long periods of time. But I remember at one point, and tell me if I'm wrong, I thought somebody said if you would leave your kids with this person, you're okay to leave your foster kid with them for like an hour or two.
I'm trying to think of the fancy word that goes
with
that.
Due diligence.
No,
I mean,
I was going to say that, and that's not it.
That's not it. It's
there's a fancy word for
parental. The
Come on, fancy word.
Oh.
There's a fancy word, but yes.
It's parental something. And I think it starts with the parental
discretion.
Discretion. Yes, that's it.
Parental
Parental
that's
discretion.
Not it
that is
that
it.
works. That's not it.
We're using that.
It's
our
not
word.
it.
Use your parental discretion.
Oh, what was that word?
I hate being state schooled and educated. I'm not very smart. I need to read. So yeah, if you're going to leave your kids with a
baby. You just called me awkward and yourself dumb. You're really selling us here.
Nobody's here for our intelligence and smoothness. If you're going to be out for a long time, you're whoever's caring for your foster kiddo has to have a background check. Essentially, they are almost the same, not really a licensed foster parent, but kind of like their background check. They're safe. The state knows they're safe.
That's bothering me. I can't think of that word. Help me out, guys.
All right, birth, family, and communication. I think these are more guidelines than rules because
it's recommended that foster parents don't contact the birth parents directly, at least not right off the bat. Some foster parents like to use public court databases and maybe Facebook stalk to kind of learn about who they are.
So Whitney has a problem where she stalks the birth parents of our kids. Because I'll come home.
Okay, Jason, stop it.
She'll look at me and like, I'm like, what? She's like, you won't believe what so-and-so posted. I'm like,
stop it.
Okay. And I would never forget one time she said,
I quit. I'm turning my mic off.
No, this is probably my favorite. She was like, I looked up so-and-so's parent. You won't believe what they look like. And I said, yeah, I do. I know exactly what they look like. And I described it, and she was like, oh, you looked him up too? I was like, no, it's just very obvious what that parent would look like.
He's so judgmental and stereotypical. Like, you just judge a book by its color.
That's not true.
No. I just didn't know what to say. I'm still trying to think of that smart word, too.
And
anyway.
Just so you know, it's judge a book by its cover, not color. Just to be clear.
I quit.
And that was Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, my word. Okay.
Home rules.
Hold on. We're not done yet.
Those are not really rules. Like the rest of these are kind of, they're not like,
Okay.
that's not going to mean anything to anybody who's not a foster parent. Home rules. There are restrictions for sharing bedrooms based on age and sex, right? Like, what is it, 4 years apart?
I mean, it changed. Like,
oh, really?
It used to be here in Indiana that, yes, within 4 years, their ages had to be within 4 years to share rooms. And if they're over, I think 5, they have to be the same gender. And then each child, I think, needs 50 square feet in a room. Does that make sense? Does that sound about right?
That's 5 by 10. It's not a lot, but it wasn't a lot. Like, it was a small.
Like a normal room could hold about 2 kids.
You're right.
So it might be
and their
50
own dresser.
So they need 50 square feet or something like that. Their own dresser and their own bed. Bed has to be off the floor. And they need their own dresser to keep their stuff. In Indiana, that's apparently changed. No, that didn't change. The number of kids. There's also like a max amount of children you can have in your home. Like 6 was the max in Indiana. Apparently earlier this year that lifted because our agency called us laughing. So they're like, oh, look, you can get more. Yeah. So some states might have more strict rules. Some might have more loosey-goosey rules, but that's where we're at.
Foster kids might need their own bed.
No, they definitely need their own bed.
No, like, yeah. I'm just reading this note, and it says, even if siblings share, do people have siblings share beds?
In some families, yes.
I get if space is super tight, right? Yeah. Or beds.
Some families have like multiple people sleeping on the same bed.
Like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Huh.
I mean, if they can only afford to have one bed in their house,
yeah,
and
that's
they have
true.
like 5 people.
Yeah. Space is tight. Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, I don't think it's recommended, but yeah, it's a thing.
Can you imagine us sharing a bed with all of our kids?
No, I tried sharing a bed with one of our kids when we were out of state at a hotel, and it was terrible.
Here's one of my favorite rules is we are supposed to do, we absolutely every single month do a fire drill.
Yes, we
and document it every month, consistent as can be.
We're going to hell.
We do a fire drill, and the
whole thing. We count our fire extinguishers. We do the drill. We go to the house across the street. We talk about where everything's located.
Our kids are we
throw the ladder out the second story window.
We made Leah climb down. She did great. But yeah, you're supposed to do monthly fire drills.
Yeah.
When we posted on the old Facebook, one of my friends responded with, she had a friend she was military, so all over the world, right? Had a friend in New Jersey that fostered, and they had to get a trifold freestanding fireplace screen because the built-in one wasn't safe enough. So they have the built-in thing for the fireplace,
so wild.
And then put a freestanding, relatively heavy stand on the ground to protect the toddler from falling into the fire. Like, brilliant. Just
My
brilliant.
Goodness.
That sounds crazy. And for us, we have a pool and a pond behind our house.
Super exciting.
So we have an in-ground pool, and it has one of those retractable covers that supposedly an elephant can stand on. I don't know about an elephant, but I can confirm that a 95-pound American bulldog can sprint across it and not break stride.
Yes.
I can confirm that. So we have that. We also have to have a lifesaver thing posted on our fence near the pool. All of our gates have locks on them because of the pond behind our house. What else? What other rules do we have because of the pool and the pond?
The thing that you throw.
Yeah, that's a lifesaver ring. Thanks for listening. Yeah.
Sorry. I zoned out.
Yeah. I mean, that's all, I think, right?
I think so.
I mean,
technically, actually, there's supposed to be the rope across the pool to denote shallow versus deep end. Yeah.
We definitely do that too.
Uh-huh.
We have the vacuum pole that we can use to have a kid. I mean, we're pretty good with pools.
Automatic cover needs to stay locked.
We're pretty good with pool rules because we almost didn't buy this house because I didn't want a pool. So
Oh yeah, I mean we definitely are very intentional with pool safety. It's just too scary what could happen. And that's why our pool levels are always off, because we keep the pool closed every time it's not being used.
And it also gets to be 110 degrees in the summer.
Yeah.
All right, some legal stuff. We meaning foster parents, do not have legal custody of our foster kids. I think most people know that, but they're actually wards of the state.
He's waking up.
All right, we're going to have to be quick. The little baby's waking up. You can love them like you're their own, but you can't make any decisions. And my favorite is court judges. I always thought judges in the world of foster care were just kind of there to make sure the rules were followed by everybody involved. No, nay. Judges can do whatever the flip they want, whenever they want.
I thought you were about to drop a bomb.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Wow.
And just decide whatever they want, despite the fact everything else is pretty crystal clear. If a judge decides the kid should go home, they get to go home, despite the fact it's not safe for that kid. Not that we've experienced that or anything, but
we've definitely heard stories.
That was shocking to me the first time that I did. I thought judges were just kind of the referees and made sure all the rules were followed. I didn't realize they were like, oh yeah, that kid can go home.
They could actually determine anything they want. If they're in a good mood, cool.
I mean, I think we've shared, we had a kid go home once that there was a documented plan and the plan wasn't followed. All right, I'm going to wrap this up on my own. Whitney had to go tend to a little baby. We were about done. One thing when we shared online that kind of stuck out, one of my friends who is not a foster parent, she's a nurse, so she works with a lot of foster parents, is she commented on the fact that it seemed like the rules were inconsistently applied between caseworkers, foster families, and all of that. And I get that. I could see why a brand new foster family would be by the book, and I can see why a foster family like us, who's been doing it for years, might not follow the rules quite as much, and same with a caseworker. All right, that is it for this episode. I hope you guys learned some interesting rules us foster families have to follow. If you are a foster family and you have a rule in your state that sticks out to you as being kind of weird or surprise or unusual or unexpected, we would love to hear it. Share it with us on our Facebook or email us at dreamsmallpodcast@gmail.com. I hope your new year is off to a fantastic start. Keep dreaming small.
Thank you for listening to the Dream Small podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please tap that follow button and leave us a review. It helps other people find my mom and dad's show. If you're on Spotify, please give my parents a follow and a 5-star rating. And wherever you listen, don't forget to share the show with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. You can also follow us on social media to stay in the loop. Instagram at Dream Small Podcast, Facebook Dream Small Podcast, Twitter or X at Dream Small Show. Or email us anytime at dreamsmallpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. And remember, just dream small. See you next time.